I am your next great baker because I always have cake on the brain. Back to reality. These are the cakes that I love to make. I haven't always been a cake decorator. In my previous life, I was an elementary school teacher. But you know what? I couldn't stand it any longer. I didn't have any creativity and I couldn't do the things I like to do, which was create, do things artistic, do things fun. So I quit and I decided I'd open up my own business. Little did I know I'd be really, really good at what I do. My personality is one of perfectionism, one might say. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's probably my best and my worst quality. It takes a long time to make cakes as perfect as these. And probably about 3 or 4 hours just of decorating alone on each cake. My critics might say I'm just a little bit too perfectionistic and that I kind of like to take the reins and I don't like other people who, do things for me or say something I'm doing is incorrect. It's kind of my way or the highway. I tend to like to work in a team, but if I'm in a team, I like to be the leader. So I don't like people who, are lazy and don't do their work, or they tend to want to do things one way when I know that it shouldn't be done that way and push that on me. If I had to think of a certain personality type that really pushes my buttons, it's people who are lazy. People who just don't get up and get things done. That's what I'm all about. I started a brand new business with a career in something completely different. So I really don't like it when people take things for granted or they have things handed to them and they don't know that they need to work for it. So after 4 years in this business that I love, I've definitely learned a thing or two about cake decorating. And I've learned that you have to make what the client likes. I've developed a new technique I'd like to show you. Let's head to the kitchen. Okay folks, well here we are in my kitchen. It's my 400 square foot oasis. I would love for that 400 square feet to be bigger, that's why I have to win. It's typical Wednesday night. We've got cakes in the oven, getting ready for the weekend, and I'm gonna show you a technique that we developed here. Like any good technique, it happened at about 2 a.m. and it was a mistake. But now we love it and we use it anytime we can. Here in Texas, we love our Texas boys and they love to hunt. So one of the most requested things we usually have on men's cakes is camouflage. So since a lot of people don't like fondant, we've kind of come up with a way to do it in buttercream. And it's a little bit messy. It's full of a whole lot of just really technical jargon. Not really, but I'll show you how to do it. You start with an iced cake. You're also gonna need a turntable. You're gonna need a couple other different colors of frosting and the color scheme you're going for. You also need some of your icing spatulas and a piping bag so we can do the border. So what you basically start off with is a cake that's already base iced in your base color. And then, here comes a technical term, you blob on some other colors. So we're gonna blob on some green in a couple of different places. We're gonna put in some yellow, and it doesn't matter if they mix because they're gonna mix eventually anyway. And another color, like maybe your dark brown. And then basically what you're gonna do is smooth your cake all over again. Even though it looks nice and neat the way it is now, it's gonna look really cool after we mush it all together. So you're basically gonna do the same thing you did when you iced the cake, and you're just gonna go around and smooth everything. And the colors are gonna kind of blend. Now this works really great for a duck hunter, a deer hunter, anything that needs to be camo, kind of outdoorsy and earthy looking, it works good. We've also used it before for like tie-dye for kids who wanted really bright colors and they wanted to do something possibly, with a red, blue, yellow, something like that. We've done that as well and it turns out really cool. Now all I'm showing you right now is basically just the technique on how to smooth it like this. And then you can decorate it any way you want to. You can maybe make some reeds on top out of spaghetti and a little bit of fondant to make ducktails or cattails with a little duck or something next to that. But basically that's it. And it looks really cool and we don't have to eat fondant. As some people say it's really disgusting, although the fondant we use tastes really good. Then you're gonna pipe your border around the bottom. When I pipe a border, you'll notice I'm left-handed. So I have a little challenge more than others, but I've overcome it. So we just pipe our border on, and if you want,
you can do a border on the top as well. Since we have a little time, I'll go ahead and do that for you too. Go around the top. Now, if this was going to be maybe for, I don't know, somebody's 40th birthday who likes to hunt, we can type a 4 on top of there and call it done.
Hey y'all, it's Sarah Halterman, aka the Next Great Baker. I know there's still a whole lot you don't know about me, so here we go.
Tell us about your background and upbringing past. How did that help or hurt the person you become today?
You know, my upbringing wasn't one of poverty or hard times or anything like that, but I did grow up in a family where both of my parents were very hard workers. My mom, I guess, is what you could call a workaholic, and I got that from her. I think it made me a stronger person, and it also made me realize that the things that I do are up to me, and that if I want a great future, I have to make it myself.
Tell me about the things you excel at most in life.
I excel at things that take creativity, things that are kind of open-ended, where I can do what I want and come out with a kind of, ending. I excel most at things that are kind of open-ended and require creativity, and a lot of times when it's something that you need to figure out or kind of think through a process and come up with the ending result, I do really well at those things.
How do you feel you react to criticism?
Some will say very harshly. I tend to take it personally, but all artists do.
If you watched any episodes of Next Great Baker, which cast members do you most relate to and why?
The cast member I'd say I relate to most was probably Dana. Dana seemed the most level-headed under pressure. He kind of seemed like a normal guy with a good head on his shoulders, and I think I'm probably most like that.
Do you feel your skills are better than the previous contestants, and elaborate?
Absolutely. When I was watching that first show, I wondered what rock these people came out from under and where you guys drug these people out of. Honestly, I could outbake, outdecorate any of them anytime.
Experience, for example, culinary school, jobs, cooking classes, self-taught, etc.
I've had a little bit of experience, but I'm mainly a self-taught gal. I mean, I took a couple Wilton courses back when I decided I wanted to be, the mommy that made all the cakes for her kids, and I just really was good at it. I had a few jobs when I was in high school and college that were in the food industry, but really all I did was learn how to speak Spanish from those.
Do you have cake decorating, baking, or pastry experience? And how long have you been baking or decorating?
I've been baking kind of as a hobby my whole life. I mean, what girl doesn't grow up in the kitchen next to her parents or grandma baking something? But professionally, I've been in business for about 4 years. I decorate 20 to 30 cakes every weekend, so I'd say that's a lot of experience.
Is there a specific genre of food, desserts you like to bake or cook?
I love cookies and mini desserts. I also love wedding cakes. I love party cakes because you can get a little crazy and do some different things. I tend to like cookies, mini desserts. I like repetition. I like things that kind of happen over and over and over again. That's why I like a lot of mini things. I tend to decorate my wedding cakes with a lot of geometric repetition as well. But I also love to do party cakes because people get a little crazy with party cakes and they get to do stuff that's out of the ordinary.
What type of baking do you hate?
I hate frou-frou baking. I've tried genoise, sucks. I've tried other kinds of things that are very technical that you would learn in culinary school, not for me.